Hi guys, so the canvas is dried, and what I've done is I've sort of had a little sort of thought about what I would put on my background. Again, it depends on what your character's doing, where you want your character to be. I thought I'd have the city sort of behind him, so I've sketched out like a few little rough buildings. Again, you could use a ruler. I didn't. I just sort of did it really quickly, and then I thought I'd put this bridge which is going to bend sort of from this point of the picture, so it'd be coming off the edge of the canvas, and it is going into the city, so it looks more dynamic. Again, it looks as though that bridge is coming out at us. So if we can imagine the character, if I drew it, was flying, he's going to be flying out towards us, so he's going to be coming like this way, out at us. Then we need sort of things to show that that's what's happening. So by adding these little sort of images in where something's nearer to us, again, it's that foreshortening thing. It makes it look more dynamic. It makes the background sort of help the character to jump off the page. Again, we don't want the character to be flat, looking as though he's just been super glued onto a piece of paper. We want it to jump off. Imagine if this is the camera, we're looking at it, we want the character to come straight up at us. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go in with some black, and I'll just sort of really roughly show you sort of how to put in some of the details. Again, if you were doing like just a city, you weren't doing anything underneath, then that's absolutely fine. Again, you just you know, draw more buildings. You'd have some closer to us, again using that vanishing point and the horizon line, and then you'd have some going off into the distance. So again, there's one of the sort of holders for the bridge. And we're going to come this way. Again, I'll just do this really quick so that you can see sort of how to make it look like more's going on basically on the page or on your canvas. So again, just doing it really sort of quick so that you can see. So again, straight away, look, you've got that sort of part of the bridge that's coming sort of towards us. And again, when you're doing it, try and take your time. Obviously, I'm doing it quick just to sort of get the videos done for you, but if I was doing this, it'd be a lot sort of more time consuming, really just sort of sticking to all the detail and stuff. So there you got your bridge straight away, which would go down into the water. What you could do then is make a start on your buildings. So we go over to here, just come straight down. And what you want to try and remember is whether you're doing this sort of scene or you're doing the city just behind your character, is never make the buildings the same sort of size. You really want to sort of do them different sizes. You don't really ever see in like comics or cartoons where there's buildings that are exactly the same size or the same shape right next to each other. So really sort of keep that in mind when you're doing your cityscape. And you can sketch it out just when you're drawing on your canvas, guys. Again, just remember, just push really lightly, because it will smudge, it will leave horrible marks on your thing. And what you could do is do these all sort of different colors as well. I'll just quickly do it in the black. And again, do some in the foreground, so what we can see, and then just have some right back here in the distance. They're just like little lines, really, almost. So the ones behind are going to have more shadow. So they're going to be more darker than the ones nearer the front. I'll put one sort of dark there. So yeah, there's loads you can do. I mean, this is just really rough. I just wanted to sort of show you how to do the sky. Look at how to do like something sort of coming towards us. That's the bridge. And yeah, so once you've done that, what we'll do is we've got this like horizon line here, so we're just gonna give that a bit of there and drop it in a bit more, make that a little bit bigger. And we'll put in another one back there. A few buildings, we'll turn it into a building. When you're painting, you can turn it however you want. It's your picture. Yeah, and then obviously to give it a bit more, like there's stuff going on nearer to us, sort of down here, just put in a little sort of housey shape. Again, just real basic. But because it's nearer to us, it's bigger than the buildings behind. One thing I would say is when you're doing your painting, just try and keep your brush strokes going in the same direction. So if you're going down the canvas, keep your brush strokes going down the canvas on what you're painting. So if you're doing the sky, go the same way. Don't do partly that way and then down that way, because it'll leave those brush strokes in the canvas. Put something just there, just like a little bit of grind or something. So there you go, guys. We'll stop there, and then I'll just in the next video I'll just show you how to put the clouds in and everything, and then you're pretty much done, guys. Okay.